What is up, guys? Welcome back to the fastest growing YouTube channel ever. Don't look that up. Just trust me on this. Anyways, let's pretty much just jump into my second favorite what if on the channel. So in the last part, I left off with, Goku or Orange in this timeline losing to Jackie-chan just like in the original. Pilaf is the current ruler of the world, and Commander Red has finally just had enough of this, and he has waged war on Pilaf, which also technically be waging war on the planet, since Pilaf basically rules the planet. So yeah, now we can pick up with what if Goku was raised by the Red Ribbon Army, part 2. It's a really long title. Anyways, we pick up a few days after the World Tournament. Commander Red has finally had enough of waiting. The Dragon Balls are active again, and he wants him to make his wish. Commander Red orders his troop to attack a few military bases, so Pilaf doesn't have much to fight against. So just imagine little Goku, still little tiny weeny Goku, tearing through tanks, fighter jets, and 16 gunning down people, all Terminator style. That would be just great. Meanwhile, Violet, Launch, and a few soldiers are set off to collect the Dragon Balls. Out of the 7 Dragon Balls, they're able to beat Pilaf's forces to 3 of them. So Pilaf's forces take, 4 of them. Since the Red Ribbon's Dragon Radar is mostly just a proxy meter, meaning that it just gives them the general area where it's at, not exact area. Realizing that Pilaf has 4 of the 7 Dragon Balls, he sends Goku and the soldiers to the king's castle, basically where Pilaf would be staying, since he is the new world king now. Goku and co would arrive to Pilaf's new castle by dusk. There are a few soldiers outside waiting to stop them, but Goku's easily able to get rid of most of them, with just a spirit gun to the chest. But as they get closer to the castle, Goku's kicked away by the new and improved Pilaf machine. This thing's gonna be stronger than it would be in canon, since Pilaf has access to a lot more money and a bunch of scientists from the government, so they can make this thing even bigger and stronger. 16 goes over to check on Goku, make sure he's not dead, as Ader and Major Metallotron try to hold off the Pilaf machine. Pilaf orders the machine to kill them fast, as he doesn't want to send in any more reinforcements. One should be more than enough. So the machine starts to pull out chunks from nearby buildings and start killing soldiers with it. Goku gets up as the machine destroys Major Metallotron. Goku tells 16 to get Ader and go for the Dragon Balls while he fights the machine. Goku then rushes in, pushing Ader out of the way. Goku is able to barely match the machine blow for blow. 16 and Ader make their way up the castle to where Pilaf and the gang are, pretty much getting ready to leave with the Dragon Balls. When they walk in, they hear Pilaf calling for more Pilaf machines. 16 pulls out a gun, telling them to stop. They've lost, and just hand over the Dragon Balls or I'll shoot. Ader tries to be a nice guy about it, telling 16 that there's no need for this violence. They'll just take the Dragon Balls and pretty much send these 2 to jail. However, as they're having their little conversation, Mai is able to get the slip on 16, and she shoots his left arm, nearly blowing it off. So, it's kind of just dangling off his arm. So it's not quite off, but it's just kind of hanging there. Ader quickly rushes over and pretty much just grabs the shotgun and breaks it in half. And as well as, breaking Shu's little katana blade thing. From here, he forcefully takes the Dragon Balls from Pilaf, then goes to grab 16 and basically just rushes out of there, since, he doesn't want 16 to bleed out. When Ader gets outside, he sees that Goku has been able to successfully destroy one of the robot's arms, but is still having some trouble since Goku's starting to get exhausted. Ader tries to convince Goku to, pretty much leave. They got what they came here for, but Goku's like, nah, I really enjoyed this fight. I'm really enjoying this fight. You go, get 16 some medical attention, and Ader leaves without him. Goku and the robot keep fighting until Goku finally breaks the other arm of the robot and destroys it with one massive spirit gun. Goku falls back as he's used most of his energy. He looks up into the night sky. Goku closes his eyes, but only after a few seconds of him closing his eyes, he can start to feel the ground shake all around him. When Goku gets up, he sees 4 more robots running at him, and they begin to attack him. when they attack individually, he's able to dodge their attacks for the most part, but once they start to coordinate their attacks and attack together, that's when Goku stands no chance. The moment the robots stop attacking him, Goku is on the floor just looking up into the sky. With 4 robots about to kill him, he stares directly into the full moon. And that's right, we're getting a freaking kaiju battle. We're getting Uzaru Goku versus 4 giant robots. Who will win? Obviously, Goku wins. But to the credit of the robots, they are able to fight back just a teeny bit before they're destroyed. So, yeah. And due to the fact that Goku's so strong in his Uzaru form, he is basically left alone to pretty much ravage the city around him all night. Since no one's gonna cut his tail off. And to clarify, I'm pretty sure the Red Ribbon would know of his weakness. It's just they're not gonna touch this monster, you know? Goku's like way too powerful right now. I don't think they'd be stupid enough to, approach him. This means that the next morning, Goku is picked up by a few Red Ribbon soldiers and taken back to the base. Once he wakes up, he is told that 16 is currently in the medical area, so, he should probably go check up on him, to which Goku does. He still cares about him. Once Goku gets there, we're introduced to 2 new characters that you've already seen in the thumbnail. That's right, they're 16's parents, Dr. Jiro and 21. Still don't know her name, so I'm just gonna call her 21. Like I've been calling 16. Although we don't get to see much of how they actually act when they were humans, I'm gonna kind of go on the basis of how they act when they were androids. So, Jiro's still pretty evil and cold. And Android 21, I'm gonna be kind of more on the good side, so no bad 21 for now. So you get to see 21 being like a really worried kind of mother towards 16, while Jiro is like in the corner acting cold towards him, calling him stupid, but still kind of showing some affection towards him, still caring about 16. One of the doctors walk in, an actual medical doctor walks in and tells him that if 16 damages his arm anymore, they're gonna have to amputate it. Shortly after this, Captain Dark tells him that Commander Red is gonna summon the dragon. So let's go outside and watch it. Once they walk out, they see Commander Red summoning the dragon. And Commander Red wishes to become taller. This does not go well with anyone, especially Officer Black, who basically is just like, why would you make that wish? That stupid wish. We could have wished for world domination, but you decided to make that stupid wish. Commander Red's like, oh, this has been my wish the entire time. And Officer Black pulls out a gun and shoots him. In front of everybody, he announces that he will take over Red's position as leader, and he will rename the Red Ribbon Army to the Black Ribbon Army. While this decision doesn't go over well with everybody, most of the soldiers do go along with it, as Red was pretty dumb for making a wish, making that wish. You could wish for anything, and he decides to be taller. Within the coming days, the new Black Ribbon Army storms the capital, with Officer Black becoming the new world king. Most people don't accept him as, he's the 3rd king in the span of like 2 years. However, with the powerhouse that is Goku and him having the Dragon Balls, there's not much people can do about it. Now, there will be a 3-year time skip, to the Piccolo saga, but before then, we got a few stuff to discuss, what happens in between. Goku begins to train 16, so, he won't be a mere human, and I'd say 16 would reach a power level around 130, while Goku is around 170, so he's just a little bit weaker than he is in canon. Dr. Jiro and 21 begin on a new type of project, with the funding of the government, as well as upgrading Ader to make him a stronger fighter, as he realized that he wants to save people from dying. He's got to get stronger. But of course, he's still gonna try to talk things out. Violet and Launch start to grow closer as friends, with blue-haired Launch showing Violet how to be more friendly, and blonde Launch teaching her the best way to rob a bank. 3 years later, the 22nd World Tournament takes place. I think Violet would still force Goku to enter, since she wants that money. I'm gonna say that Master Roshi and Krillin don't go this time around, but aside from that, let's just skip to the quarterfinals because that's what's important. The first match is Tien versus 16, and the fight starts off with 16 quickly lunging at Tien. The two come to blows, matching every blow with Tien kicking 16 in the gut. This fight ends with Tien pretty much much breaking 16's arm as 16 is being, taken away with 21. Goku then promises to take revenge on Tien for breaking 16's arm. The next match is Man Wolf versus King Kappa, who I will give the win to King Kappa because he's more of a fighter, so yeah, let's move on. After this, Chaozu fights some random guy and pretty much wins. The last fight in the quarterfinals is Goku versus Pamput, and Goku obviously wins with ease. The next match of importance is Goku versus Chaozu, because I think eventually they'd have to fight. The match starts with Chaozu trying to outspeed Goku, but Goku is unimpressed. Goku then trips Chaozu and begins to fiercely beat on Chaozu, like there is no stopping him. As a sort of revenge for, Tien breaking 16's arm, Goku then throws Chaozu out of the ring, nearly dead. This angers Tien as his friend is nearly killed, but Goku just kind of shrugs it off, it's whatever. An eye for an eye, you break my for an eye, I break yours. And finally, we get to the final fight, Goku versus Tien. The match begins with them staring at each other before they rapidly begin to attack each other. As the fight continues, Tien shows off the four witches technique, and Goku tells himself that he also has a secret technique. Goku closes his eyes as he raises his left hand, and he breathes in and out. Goku quickly swipes his hand down. Ki starts to wrap around his hand, expand into a blade. This fight quickly turns bloody as Goku manages to cut Tien's extra arms off and even give him that slash on the chest. Instead of Tao Pai Pai giving it to him, it's Goku, or Orange in this case. This fight ends with Tien jumping into the air and charging up the Tri-Beam. Goku stands on the ground and charges up a Spirit Gun. When they both release their attacks, they clash for a second, but the Tri-Beam, takes full force and basically allows for Tien to technically win the tournament. Goku gets out of the rubble, really hurt, but he ain't dead. Thus, he is sent to hospital with 16. After the tournament, the gang heads out to the hospital to check on 16 and Goku. A day later, they're still in the hospital, but they get word that the world tournament announcer was found dead, as well as a list of the competitors were taken from him. Later that day, King Black is killed right outside the castle. King Piccolo uses the Dragon Balls to become young. Since Goku is still in the hospital, King Piccolo is able to pretty much just take over the world without hesitation and kill Shenron. So we ain't got Dragon Balls anymore. Just like in canon, King Piccolo says that he'll destroy a province every year. Thus, he ends up destroying West City and disbands the police force. Thus, a massive crime wave spreads throughout the world. Once Goku and 16 are let out of the hospital, they go off to fight King Piccolo, and they get wrecked by him and his children. Drum fights 16, and he manages to finally rip off 16's arm. The Namekians have won this fight. However, Piccolo and his children get ready to kill them. Ader, a couple of major Metaltrons show up and pretty much give enough time for Launch and Violet to come in and save Goku and 16. Unfortunately, Ader and the Metaltrons are left behind to fight the, demons, and unfortunately they are destroyed. So once they arrive back to Dajiro's secret hideout, so basically the lab we know from the original canon, and they arrive there and they see that there's just whatever remains of the Red Ribbon Army. So now there's gonna be another 3-year time skip to when the Piccolo Jr arc begins, but once again, gotta explain some stuff. So during these 3 years, 16 is given a new mechanical arm by his parents. You lost an arm, here's a mechanical one. Goku begins to train his own little army, training with 16, General Blue, and the Muzakari brothers. Meanwhile, Dr. Gero and 21 begin to create more androids with whatever they have laying around, more major Metaltron, as well as, continue that secret project they had. Violet and Launch are tasked with going out and getting food or whatever they can find. Side note, I'd like to see a gunfight between them and Husky. She was one of those one-off characters in Dragon Ball. Piccolo, during all this, just keeps expanding his army and destroying 3 more provinces since it has been 3 years. So yeah, that's what's happened in the last 3 years. Now let's get into what's supposedly the Piccolo Jr arc, but it's still technically King Piccolo Part 2. With 3 years of training, Goku thinks that they're ready to fight Piccolo and bring him down once and for all. And then here's everybody's power level, and yeah, from here the group heads out to wherever Piccolo would be. I'm just gonna say King's Castle again because it's the only place I can think of. So yeah, Goku calls out Piccolo by, destroying a part of the building. Now get out here and fight, man. Let's do this. To which Piccolo and his children would walk out with a smile on their faces. They laugh as the small twerp has grown up. Goku tells them that he came here to get revenge for killing Ader. Piccolo tells his kids to leave Goku to him. He'll take care of him while the kids go fight the rest of his little gang. From here, Goku and Piccolo's fight begins. Unlike in canon, this Goku has a bigger power level, meaning that he has the advantage most of the time. However, Tambourine gets away from his fight and begins to tag team Goku with Piccolo. 16 then rushes in, tackling Tambourine to the ground, and then he removes his robotic arm and uses this new technique, Hell's Flash, and he's able to kill Tambourine. Meanwhile, General Blue and the Muzaki brothers then combine their energy into one blast, and they're able to kill 2 of the demons. So, there's still 1 remaining, but after this, considering the fact that Piccolo is pretty much outnumbered and outmatched, Goku starts to beat down on Piccolo, telling him that his reign is over, hunt down every remaining demon, and kill him just because of Piccolo. Goku then grabs Piccolo by the head and launches him into the air as he shows off the Keyblade once again. From here, he proceeds to cut Piccolo into tiny pieces, and with the last goodbye, he blasts Piccolo into nothing. After this, Violet and Launch show up and congratulate Goku on defeating Piccolo, and they go home to celebrate. However, a few days later, Goku gets visited by a genie who offers him a new position as Earth's guardian. Since Kami is dead, he's gotta find a new guardian. Goku tells him that he's basically already protecting the Earth by ruling over it. Piccolo tells him that if he ever wants to become a proper guardian, he's welcome to come to the lookout. He tells Goku where to find it before leaving. After this interaction, Jiro and 21 send out every android they have except for 1 to hunt down any remaining demons, Namekians. Mutant Namekians apparently. But yeah, once most, if not all of them are hunted down, Goku and Co are ready to retake the world under their new red ribbon. A few months later, Jiro and 21 ask Goku to come into the lab as they've got a new specimen. When Goku walks in, he sees this big green bug just there, just walking around, and it's just kind of eyeballing everybody. Goku walks in asking what the hiffle is this thing, and Jiro and 21 go on to proceed to tell him that this is their new bio android. They were thinking of naming him Cell. So yeah, that will be it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's kind of a long one, and yeah, originally I was gonna pair up Goku and Launch to get a new version of Gohan, but I don't think Goku would be ready for that at this point. So yeah, you guys are getting Cell instead. So Cell's the replacement Gohan in this timeline. So I do want to run down who's dead in this timeline because it does kind of get a little confusing since I didn't explain it. So Krillin and Master Roshi will probably be dead since Piccolo took over. Master Roshi would probably try to do something and then failed and gotten them both killed like in the original timeline. Yamcha and Bulma, since they did run away in the original timeline or in this timeline, they're probably still alive somewhere with tights. The Brief family moved in with tights, something like that. They're probably still alive. Tien and Chaozu, they're dead since they weren't in the tournament. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, Jirobi, he might still be around, but I don't think he'll do anything in this timeline. So yeah, the reason this was kind of rushed is because I didn't want to make this like 10-part what if, so I kind of just jumbled up the rest of Dragon Ball into one video. Anyways, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that YouTuber shit. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter, at Dex Comics. They're both in the description down below. And I'll see you guys later.